I am a scientist, Dr. Siddharth M. Jonzale, Maharashtra, Nanded, India. Siddharth Hospital and Research Center, Nanded, recognized under the Act 1908, published for the public benefit, health benefit and peace benefit and world benefit. The revolutions, scientific revolutions, very important for the public benefit, health benefit and disease benefit. In the scientific revolution, there are so many types of revolutions. Most important, the science and scientific revolution. How can we understand? The most important, quantum mechanics. Quantum mechanics is a very important revolution of the science for the world benefit. Already done by the greatest scientist Werner Heisenberg, greatest scientist Paul Dirac, greatest scientist Irving Soldinger. So, the correlation of the scientific revolution, how can we understand? And most important role, we have to change the world, we have to change the society, and we have to change the revolution of the science through the quantum mechanics. For example, we understand the cell, we understand the DNA, but DNA revolution for the disease, for the world revolution. Quantum mechanics, we can understand in the book, the most important, the great work on the quantum mechanics. We can understand in the book the eightfold way. Quantum mechanics we found very great role. Citation. But the neutron force, very important. In our body, in our DNA, the scientific revolution, very important to understand the science, medical science, because the DNA, James Weston's good citation, James Weston has given great understanding, very important. And DNA, once our body in any disease, DNA has a genetic, DNA and genes has a most important role in the medical science. There are so many revolutions about the cell biology, most important revolutions in the world. But DNA we have to understand properly for the terminal ill patient, those patients who are dying, most important role. Chronic diseases convert into terminal ill patients after so many years. In many cases, in any type of terminal cases, life-threatening disease, we have to understand quantum mechanics is very supreme role. And this DNA We can correlate how to understand DNA, because the genetic science is very important to understand. The Life at the Speed of Light, very important book to understand the DNA, because the being, we can say being is the sequence of human genome. And Irving Schrödinger has given the great direction, given the great idea, great invention, quantum biology. So neutron force we can correlate, because our supreme scientist Buddha has given in the Abhidhamma and Tripitaka a great direction and great citations. Avijja Pachaya Sankhara. It means the DNA, evolution of the DNA. We have to understand, to save the life of the human being, to increase the life of the human being, because quantum mechanics is a supreme role to understand the cell biology, to understand the DNA, to understand the quantum biology. But correlation for the quantum biology and the DNA for the disease, we have to understand Buddhist approach, because the being and becoming is a supreme role to understand the evolution of the DNA. On the organ level and cell level, most important work is going on in the world. But most important, the new way thinking for the quantum biology, that is Buddha has given Abhidhamma. Because the consciousness, quantum biology, we can correlate with dependent origination, because the Avijja Sankhara, deeper correlation for the DNA, for the quantum biology, because the Nibbana Bhumi, we can say correlation for the earth, for the universe. So the connection of the quantum mechanics, neutron force, already this book has, eightfold book has given great direction. So great gratitude all the scientists, and most important, the precious life of the patient. We have to save the life of the patients. We have to save the terminally ill patient, those who are dying. We have to save their life. This is worldwide. Understanding very important for the terminally ill patient. And once we understand the DNA through the Buddhism and through this ignorance theory, dependent origination, the neutron force, for the neutron force, no nivarna dhamma, the running inherent force. In Pali Patthama Bala Nidesho, the running of the DNA inherent way, the supreme role for the connection, for the correlation for the DNA, for correlation for the code, for the correlation for the genes. And we can say in Pali also, Jinusasana Dhamma. Genetic science is a supreme role. Great gratitude to great scientist, great inventor. Most important, he did great work. So, the public benefit and world benefit and social benefit and the patient's benefit, to understand the DNA through the quantum mechanics is very important too. because the uncertain significance, uncertain principle of the Werner, greatest scientist of the Werner Heisenberg, he has given great direction. Quantum mechanics. And Paul Dirac has given greatest scientist. He is the greatest scientist. He has given quantum electrodynamics. So Irving Schrödinger, he has given direction of the quantum biology. So how to understand the terminal all type of ill patients through the DNA, through the genetic science? Most important,